I needed to replace a wooden post for a deck. To secure the post in a steel riser, the concrete footing could sure use some grinding, as you can see here. I do own several grinders. The most powerful one I have is my Dewalt 7-inch grinder. The dust from grinding is extremely unhealthy, especially concrete, which can give you silicosis. So you wear a mask and you hook a dust shroud and a vacuum up to your grinder. Dewalt does sell a nice shroud for the 5-inch grinder, but the one they sell for the 7-inch grinder looked very flimsy and frankly had really bad reviews. So I wasn't interested in that one. Plus it's priced well over $100. I found one at Harbor Freight that looked pretty decent, and I found it on sale and had a coupon. I paid only 25 bucks. Not so cheap was a grinding wheel I also picked up at Harbor Freight, but it looked really high grade and very aggressive. Time to put it all together. As you can see, the shroud came with many adapter rings, as it's a universal shroud. The adapter rings are numbered. I'm pretty sure I used the number 5. There are also a few washers of different thickness that you insert as the diamonds wear down. I started with a 3mm in this case. Removing the old dust guard is fairly simple. Do pay attention to the long stop screw that you need to remove and replace with a shorter one. I believe in this case this was a 6mm screw. Might as well use this opportunity to clean the grinder. When you install a new dust shroud, notice the little dimple in the shroud. That needs to be lined up with the opening in the adapter ring, as shown here. You want to tighten the shroud fairly firm so it doesn't come off during operation. That's why you buy this kind that has a metal ring that can handle this kind of stress. Now it's time to add the 3mm spacer washer and the diamond grinding wheel. This is fairly easy. To attach a standard shop vac, you simply use the supplied hose adapter. You can also use 1 1/4 inch hose or 32mm hose. Fits perfectly inside the shroud. Personally, I prefer to use the Dewalt Airlock and the battery operated dust collector. I use both store-bought airlocks as well as homemade 3D printed versions. I will cover those in a separate video later on. I made an adapter for the dust shroud for the airlock that fits snugly and will not come off during operation. I show it here with my 3D printed airlock. I will have a link in the description for the shroud adapter. I quickly found out that you really do need to tighten that shroud quite a bit. Once I got it done right, it never wavered and it was pretty solid. As you can tell, even with dust extraction, you do need a mask. However, once I opened the vacuum and found out how much more dust went into the vacuum, I was quite pleased. I finished the job in about 15 minutes. I did switch to the larger dust extractor, and it did a much better job capturing the dust, as you can see here. In conclusion, the diamond disc did a fairly decent job at grinding a smooth surface, and the dust shroud saved me from most of the dangerous dust. I think that for less than $100 investment, this was well worth it. Plus, this disc looks good for at least 20 or 30 more jobs.